Good morning, Capricorn. I'm very excited to do your reading today. I was watching last week's reading and it was an exciting reading, let's say. It looked like you were cutting things out of your life that weren't working for you anymore. It looked like you were taking new opportunities. It looked like there was a new relationship coming towards you. And yeah, it was quite fiery. So, interested to see how that worked out for you. I've got my coffee ready and yeah, pretty good. Got my window open so you can hear all the brooms, people going to work. It's wet as well. It's been raining, so it's going to be really noisy. But I don't know. I feel like Capricorn, we like the noisy readings. We like the brooms. We like the trucks reversing, backing it up. Oh God, it started already. So yeah. um, the song that came through for Spotify, I just randomized a song for you on Spotify, and you got "Give It Away" by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. What I gotta put it in you. So I think we're in for another one today. I hope so because it was a fun reading last week. Um, so I got 3 songs through overnight, and they were all quite insistent. Like they were going on for quite a while, kind of thing. They were in my head for quite a while, and then it noticeably changed to the next song. So um, incidentally, they're all either written or associated with Ed Sheeran. So somebody might really like Ed Sheeran. The first one was "I Was Made for Loving You" by Tori Kelly and Ed Sheeran. "Kiss Me" by Ed Sheeran. And then the last one was "Your Song" by Rita Ora, which I think was out yesterday for Sagittarius's reading. Oh, that reminds me actually. I wanted to talk about how I think NASA decided there was a new planet yesterday. It was all over Twitter, and they were saying, "Oh, that's a new star sign, and everybody's star signs are out of whack. If you're a Libra, you're now a Virgo. If you're a Virgo, you're now a Leo." So everybody was really annoyed. They were like, "I am not a whatever sign they were now." So what I wanted to say was, star signs are complicated. There's 12 signs in the zodiac, or 13 if you listen to NASA, which I don't. But traditionally there's 12 signs in the zodiac, but there aren't 12 stories, like 12 set stories for every single person who's like a specific sign. It doesn't work out like that. So in the description box below, I always put in a link to finding out your natal chart, which gives you like a full overview of all the different planets, where the planets were when you were born, and you'll have different energies. So star signs, they're just energies, okay? They're just impacted by where the planets were when you were born. So there's more to just you can't just say I'm a Libra and expect to be like the same as every other Libra, because you're not. But you'll have certain characteristics that are very Libra like, but you might have other placements in your chart that contradict that or contrast with that, and that creates the differences in personality and the sort of the intrinsic complex variations that we all have. So it's really, really interesting. Absolutely go and check that out. And then particularly if you wanted to go to say you were coming to a reading like this and you wanted to look at a love reading, you'd want to look at your Venus sign. If you were if you wanted to take action on something, if you were ready to start a new project or go for something you really wanted, you probably want to look at your Mars, which planet was in Mars. So definitely go and check that out. And then what I want to say as well is, you will intuitively know and you will intuitively feel which readings are for you and which readings are not for you. Okay, if you read something and you think that's not me, that's not you, that reading isn't for you. Okay, trust your instincts, trust your intuition. If you go to, I'm a Libra, so say I went to I've got Leo rising, so even though I'm Libra, my star sun sign, I could go to a Leo reading and find that is like spot on perfect for me because Leo is so strong in my chart. So yeah, it's don't worry too much about I am this sign, I am a Scorpio, I am a Capricorn, I am a Libra, whatever you are. Okay, don't worry too much about that. Use your intuition and go for what feels right for you. Yeah, okay. So who wouldn't want to be a Capricorn? Capricorns have the best readings at the moment. Capricorns and Leos, I think, are getting the good readings. Oh, sorry, stop to drink my coffee. Very important. All right, so I think it's time to start your reading. I'm just going to take a second to kind of get in the zone, get in the Capricorn zone, and we'll be off. Broom, broom. Okay, Cappy, ready to go. Now, this deck was really chatty when I was shuffling. I got quite a few interesting looking cards from it, so I'm quite curious to see what comes out of it now. And then there was another deck that was quite chatty. I think it was this one here. So we're going to get an overall situation for you here. So let's see. I keep saying so, Cappy. So. Here we go. Let's get a card, please, for Cappy. What do you want to tell me about Cappy today? They don't want to shuffle now. They're really misbehaving, this deck. No, there's about 5 cards flipped, so I'm not going to take all those. There we go. We've got one. The Pilgrim. Interesting. Oh, and we've got the Ring. Is there another one under there? So, the Mask. Right, I'm not going to take any more. I'm not going to continue shuffling the deck. Immediately, what I'm noticing is the colours on these cards. Oh my god, there's another one. The King, that came out in the pre-shuffle. Okay. The King wearing a mask. A Pilgrim. Do you know what I'm getting from this? The Ring and the King. That's not what I'm getting. I just noticed Ring, King, King, Ring. The kind of the sound of those two words together. I'm getting too much from them. Right, I'm just going to pull back a second. So the first thing I noticed immediately was the colours of these cards. Very, very warm, rich colours, kind of rainbow colours, but I'm really noticing the kind of the pinks and the yellows and the oranges. Such warm colours coming out of these cards, and you can see that there is darkness in these cards. There is kind of darkness in all these cards, the shadows, but it's like this light, this colour, this vibrancy bursting through the shadows, bursting out of the dark. I've heard it a couple of times this week in readings, follow me into the dark. And it's like you're coming out of that now. You've been through the darkness and you're coming out into, or you've discovered, you've gone into the darkness, you've done some like inner reflection work, some shadow work, but within that shadow work you found like these like absolute like treasures. They're like, I'm seeing them as like jewels, and they're in the darkness and they're shining, these jewels, or these cosmic eggs, if you know the cosmic egg card, and then you get them, and as soon as you touch them they just burst, like open up and burst for you with this light. That's metaphorical, so please take that as it fits or leave it if it doesn't. I'm just explaining what I'm seeing. I've got a lot of information all at once. Then the second thing that I was thinking was the Pilgrim and the King, and it's like a Mickey Mouse movie where, what's it, the Prince and the Pauper? I don't know why I'm clicking. That might be significant to some of you. The Prince and the Pauper. So and because you've got the mask there as well. I keep seeing the Ring card as the King. Okay, so. And it's 2 sides as well, 2 sides, right? Something to do with being a pauper or a pilgrim, and there's something to do with being the king. It's like 2 sides of yourself, like humble brag. I'm hearing humble brag. Being humble, perhaps coming from a background where you didn't have a lot. You know, you weren't particularly well off. You had to work really hard for everything that you've got. But now you're in a place where you feel like the king, but you've almost feel like perhaps there's a sense of imposter syndrome where you think, well, this isn't for me. This isn't what I'm. You know, I'm playing a role. I'm in a disguise. I'm faking it till you make it. Right. Okay. Too much. But yeah, there's this duality here of like, it's like remembering where you've come from and being able to, can you see how it's the king has a hand and he has I think it looks like a wax seal, but I'm seeing it as like a coin or a pentacle. It's like a handout. So because you're in a position, this might, right, you could be one or the other. Okay, one or the other. The king is in a position where he's able to offer support. He can give a handout to people who are less fortunate. He can help people now. And that's interesting because that came out in last week's reading as well, because I was saying that some people are particularly moved by world events and giving money to charity. They're now giving money to charity. They're seeing where they can support people, or they're going working in soup kitchens, whatever they can do to support, to lend help, to be of use. That seems important. The pilgrim is the person who needs the help. They need the support from the king. So this is like two energies, two people. But the pilgrim is on a journey. So I was talking about someone going on a journey to kind of go into the dark places, to shine a light on the dark places, to find the light within the dark places. To find the light within the dark places, right? So it's like, it's not all doom and gloom. I don't know if you want to go and check that out. It's a comedian, not Russell Brand, not Russell Kane, Russell Howard, I'm going to write it. Russell Howard. Is that something about people called Russell? Are people called Russell just really funny? And I've forgotten what I said now, the name of the show. I'm getting too much information all at once. Russell Howard. I can't remember what I said, but it's this sense of when the world gets dark, when the world turns into a dark place, it's easy to sink into that. It's easy to let that overwhelm you. It's easy to read the news and let it pull you down and depress you, quite frankly. But it's about looking for the lights in the darkness. So when, for example, a tragedy happens, people say, look to the helpers, look to the people who are helping. So I'm gonna cry. Why is it with bloody Capricorns making me cry at the moment? So looking at so say there's a flood, people lose their possessions, they lose their homes. It's really difficult for people, but sorry, I can hear a walking stick, and that might be my stepdad. I'm going to have a peek out the window. No, he's not here yet. He is due to come today. Yeah, so I might have to run off suddenly to go and see my stepdad. Listen out for a cane, listen out for a walking stick, okay, guys? Help me listen out for him. I've lost track of what I'm saying. I feel all over the place. Perhaps you've been feeling a bit scattered, a bit all over the place. It's interesting as well, like the pilgrim could have a walking stick. I don't know why that seems relevant. Anything that happens in a reading is part of the reading. So that is going to be important to someone. The sun, yeah, the king and the sun. So in sort of old-fashioned language and romanticism around kingship, they do refer to the king as the sun. So you find it in Richard II in Shakespeare's Son of York, and you find it in France, the Sun King, because the sun is meant to symbolise God, and the king is meant to be appointed by God. So yeah, there's a lot of language of sun around kings. Sun and air came through in someone's reading, and then the king and the ring. Okay, let's have a look at the ring card. So it looks like an eye. It looks like it's a ring, but it looks like an eye. It's like seeing something for what it is. I'm hearing, seeing the universe for what it is. Oh, so I was talking about floods and looking for the helpers, and it's so funny that I was talking about that I thought about, I call him Grandad David. Shout out Grandad David. He used to be in the army, and as I was talking about the floods, I was thinking about how people, like the army comes in. The army's like the heroes in that situation, and they come in and they lend support, and you see them carrying old grannies out of the houses and rescuing people in boats and rescuing people's cats from the houses. And it's like finding that light in the darkness, finding the rainbows in the shadows. Looking at things from a higher perspective, going deeper, seeing things from kind of like being able to distance yourself from a situation and think about it critically. It's not all doom and gloom. That's what was that what I said. It's not all doom and gloom. That's a segment in Russell Howard's comedy show. You can find them on YouTube. Oh, right, okay, quick look at the pilgrim. That's got an eye on it as well. yeah, the eyes seem really, really significant at the moment. I don't know why. There's a mountain as well. So having been on a long journey, you had the Nine of Wands last week, in last week's reading, which is about persevering through something that's been very, very challenging for you. A mountain represents an obstacle, something in your path, something you need to overcome. So I feel like maybe you've been on like a self-healing journey, some kind of spiritual journey, inner reflection, shadow work. You've been up to something there, Cappy. And then, yeah, with the mask, you may feel like you're wearing a false mask. You may feel like you're, I don't know, having to put on a brave face or wearing a false smile when... Do you know what I'm getting from it? With the king as well, I'm getting that you're bringing light to the darkness. Perhaps you're aware of that people are struggling right now, and you're thinking, well, what can I do to help? How can I come in like this big ray of sunshine into people's lives and cheer them up and make them laugh and just... I think some of you are in a position where you're able to do that. You're able to just simply by giving people your time. Simply by giving people your time, you come in like this ray of light and just turn a situation magical and really lift everybody's mood. And that's a big responsibility, actually. That's a really big responsibility on your shoulders, especially if perhaps you're feeling the darkness too, to be able to do this. But it's a huge gift, and you know, perhaps this is why we're seeing all these rainbow colours coming out of the darkness, and that jewel in the darkness that brings the light. Perhaps this is your gift, this ability to flip the mood of a situation, to bring light into the world. Capricorn, why do you get the coolest readings? You and Leo, I swear. Sorry, just drinking my coffee and recovering from all that. Okay, calm. I hope that we're not going to get like a million cards out here. I'm going to put these at the top like this. The King and the Ring. The King and the Ring. What's that? Why does that seem like something? The King and the Ring. The King in the Ring? Someone fighting? Someone doing wrestling? The King in the Ring? Is that a wrestler? I don't know. King in the Ring. Is it a boxer? Someone boxing? Has someone been watching boxing? Is someone known as the King? I don't know. I don't do spurts. People are talking outside. Okay, so I'm going to get the tea leaves. Let's find out more about the situation. Can you tell me more about this situation, please, for Cappy? What's going on for Cappy? No, doesn't want to give me anything out of that deck. Let's do the other one. Maybe it's because it's giving me so many of these, it's giving me a break. If you watch some of the other readings, I get about 20 cards out of these packs. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, we're getting some now. Whoa. Whoa, Nelly. Right, okay. Older woman. Dealings or relationship with an older woman. Okay. Haystack. Karma. You will reap what you have sown. Interesting. And Moon. Changes in your life. Okay, I feel like that's personal for each person. You're going to know what these things mean. So is there an older woman who's particularly significant for you now? Are you dealing with an older woman in a situation? Let me just have a look, see if I'm getting anything else from that card. She seems quite wise, but quite stern to me. Haystack. Karma, you'll reap what you've sown. So what I was saying here about, are you the pilgrim? Are you the king? Who are you in this situation? Are you wearing a mask? If you are this person who's been extending yourself to others and providing support for others, it's like karma's noticed this, the universe has noticed this, and they're rewarding you for it now. So don't feel like you've got imposter syndrome. Don't feel like you're wearing a mask and that you don't deserve this. You deserve this. The universe, right? Listen to me now. The universe says you deserve this, okay? If you believe in God, this is God saying you deserve this. We're bringing these rewards to you because we know that you deserve them. So don't worry about what the people around you say. Don't worry about what that little voice inside yourself says that says, oh, you're not good enough, the shadow side inside yourself. The universe is rewarding you. You deserve what you're getting, okay? Some of you need to hear that. yeah, I feel like you're getting good karma. I really do. But if you have been up to dodgy dealings, just watch out, because that's going to get resolved. The rainbows, the light, the colour is coming to the darkness. If you've been in a place where you've been very dark, you've been feeling a bit depressed, it's like it's just this burst of colour. It's like, have you seen those adverts for Skittles? Not sponsored. The adverts for Skittles where it's like she's like a rainbow, or taste the rainbow, and it's they have brilliant adverts where it's like rivers of rainbows, rivers of colour just running through the streets. Go and Google some Skittles adverts, because they have really good adverts. And yeah, but that's kind of what I'm seeing. That's kind of how it feels to you. It's like it's like being in this dark place and then having this like absolute like gush of rainbow, like this gush of colour and vibrancy and excitement. What a cool reading. Right, okay, so as if I need another energy, can you give me an energy, please, that is surrounding Capricorn right now? An energy that is affecting Capricorn right now. Hyena, but I feel like it was in the reverse. You've got the otter there as well. We all know I love the otter card. He's such a cute little guy, the otter. He's still looking for his mate. The hyena. So the hyena is sneaky. It kind of gives me Seven of Swords energy. Someone who's sneaky, deceptive, laughing at people behind the back, coming in waiting to kind of pick the bones of the corpse that, so I think the vulture card, sorry, broom broom. The vulture card was coming out, I think, in some of your earlier readings, or for some people, I was seeing the vulture card, but it reminds me of that kind of like stealing, like someone else's. So it's right. How am I going to describe this? So, because I'm talking metaphorically, I'm going to try and give like an example, a real world example. So if there's been a situation where perhaps you've done a lot of hard work, or you've done something good, and you've deserved the credit for it. Someone's come in and stole that credit, or it may be an idea. Someone's had a brilliant idea with all those rainbow colours. Someone stole the idea, or someone profited from the idea. Because I'm thinking of the way that, because I was picturing the vulture card. The vulture waits for something to die, then it comes and picks the corpse. And the hyena, they wait for, say, noisy car, broom broom. The hyenas work as a pack, and they wait but there's only one here. They wait for a lion to make a kill, or something else to make a kill, and then the hyenas go and they steal the kill. So there may be some kind of theft that's happened here. Theft of something, an idea, a recognition, a literal theft possibly, someone acting in a deceptive way. I'm also noticing the two colours of the moon, how the moon's kind of split in half, with the dark side and the light side, and you have this moon card here, which was broom broom, changes in your life. The moon card normally is things that are secret. It's either intuition or secrets or things unknown, but I'm noticing how it's kind of split in half, and how we have this split in half, and how actually that on this card the dark side's on this side, on this side the dark side's on that side. So I don't know what that is. Perhaps you know what that is for you, but it's in the reverse. So I feel like this situation has come to an end, or it's coming to an end. And then you have the karma card here. So if this is you that's been acting like this, I'm sorry, but karma's coming in for you guys. If someone else has treated you like this, then they're gonna get put in their place. You're gonna get your just desserts, kind of thing, or they're gonna get their just desserts. It could have been this older woman that was acting in this way. Okay, so let's find out more. What do I want to ask about? Just tell me generally. What else does Capricorn need to know, please? Tell me more about Capricorn's situation. What else do you want Capricorn to know? The clouds are clearing. The sun's coming in to clear out those clouds. The compass. So this is kind of like a fated path. finding your direction in life, finding your true north. That's been coming out a few times for people, and it's got a sun on it as well. Yeah, the sun is here. I feel like this is like almost like divine guidance. Some of you may be particularly spiritual. Listen, listen, listen. Somebody's taking the kid to nursery. I like listening. They're so cute. 42. It's number 42. It's the answer to life. What is it? Life, love, the universe, and everything. 42 may be particularly significant for you now. Watch out for the number 42. It may point you in the direction of certain things. It may reveal information to you. Watch out for 42. Yeah, it may be a lucky number for you right now, but it may also the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I need to write that down as well. Hitch Guide Gal. So that film, if you wanted to go and look that up, that might also contain extra information for you. That might be trying to point you towards that. I've looked at this card several times and I've never clicked that it was the number 42 and made that connection before. Broom, broom. So yeah, pointing true north. You may be traveling, you may be literally taking a journey somewhere when lockdown ends, but yeah, this is like guiding path, putting you on the right path, guiding path. I don't know. So if you've been on the wrong path, the universe is, oh, sorry, my tummy's rumbling. The universe is coming to correct that for you. You may be nervous. My tummy rumbling might be a sign that you're really nervous if you know this is coming in for you. Sorry, drinking more coffee. Okay. Can you just tell me anything. Tell me anything. Whoa, too many cards. They went back in again. They didn't come out. So tell me anything about Capricorn, please. Main female. This came out. Actually, I saw the main female and the main male in the pre-shuffle. Yeah, I think perhaps last week oh my god, right, in the underlying is journey as well. Taking a journey, taking a trip. In last week's reading, you had the Two of Cups coming in for you. You had the Two of Cups card twice, and I got very, very excited because I love it when people get together. I love a good love story. So for some of you, you're moving towards someone in a relationship, or this could represent it could represent different things. Okay, if you identify as female, this is you. Okay, this is 100% absolutely you. Because you're the main female, you're the main person watching this. If you are attracted to females, this could be your love interest. Okay, it means that there is a female in your life who is it's a female partner. It's telling me that there's a female partner in your life, or that this is you. And if this is you, there's probably a main male in your life. Or take it as it resonates, because obviously not everybody is in a traditional relationship. Just sort of, you can play around with the gender roles a little bit, but the main female card is saying that it's someone who identifies as a female. Okay, so you're either moving towards them, or you are the person who's doing the moving. This could be an older woman, or there could be two different women involved in this situation. The main female, whoever that is, and an older woman. Take it as it resonates. I'm seeing this as positive, though. I don't think this is the hyena, because the main female upright is normally a very, very positive card. Okay, so can you tell me what do I want to know? Excuse me, what do I want to know? Should we find out more about the journey? Can you tell me more about the journey immediately? Tell me more about the journey. Wow, okay. Ace of Pentacles on the bottom. I saw the Ace of Pentacles quite a few times when I was shuffling, particularly from the next deck I'm going to use. Okay, so it's telling me about the journey. Four of Cups, Nine of Cups, Queen of Wands, Page of Swords, the Sun. Yes, guys, we all want a journey that's going to end in the sun. So what this is telling me, your journey ends in the sun, the most positive card in the deck. Absolute happiness. So your journey, this path that the universe is getting you on, if you follow the path correctly, if you follow the signs, if everything works out, you're going to end up with the ultimate happiness, basically. This, you can't get happier than the Sun card. Could be a Leo. Could be a Leo involved. But it starts with the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is a card about not taking an offer. It can be an offer of friendship. It can be an offer of love. You can see how the guy's got his arms folded. He's got his arms crossed. He's not interested. He doesn't want to get himself into a relationship right now. He doesn't want to get himself involved with people. It could be that he's been hurt in the past. You can see that there's a cup up here in the shelf, and a relationship that's been shelved, and it's next to this skull. So it could be that a past relationship didn't work out. There's a sense of disappointment with this card, so I'm just shuffling around trying to get a bit more comfortable. A sense of disappointment with this card, a sense of being quite hurt by something in the past. Something was over, something was dead, and he wasn't ready to take these other cups. We have, what I'm noticing today about this card is there's different cups. So there's this one here that's full of wine. Somebody may have been hurt and been dealing with that by an addiction, or overindulging in something, possibly alcohol. So yeah, sort of blocking out emotions, blocking out pain with some kind of substance. But if we take that one out of the picture and we take this one out of the picture, what's left is the Two of Cups. Now that's the card that you had twice last week, the Two of Cups, a new relationship trying to come into you. One of these cups is yours and one of the cups is the other person's. Okay, and you want to offer your cups to each other, but either in the past or in the present, the journey starts with not being ready, not ready to take the cups, being blocked, being guarded, being a bit sulky, okay, because of this past hurt. Okay, so that's how the journey starts. Someone could definitely be drinking too much. Look at this card. Tell me that isn't drinking too much. Okay, which, you know, we all do what we have to do to cope. We all go through these periods where we just kind of have to have a blowout. Okay, it happens to everybody, it's understandable. What the important thing is that you don't stick in that energy and let it drag you down. You don't let it destroy you. Okay, so in last week's reading, I could see that a lot of people had been doing this healing work and had been overcoming issues like this. So perhaps this person, I feel like this, it does look as though it's a male energy that's not accepting the offer, and there's a female energy here who's the love interest. Doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be that gender, that's just the energies that I'm seeing. So take it, you can switch the roles around if you need to, but I'm seeing how she's kind of got her arms open. She's kind of looking very much like, come and join me, come and celebrate with me. There could have been a relationship here that was not healthy, okay, an attachment to something or someone that wasn't healthy, okay, and that came out again in last week's reading, where it was looking at the people around you and asking if they have your best interests at heart. Are they good for you? Is this relationship good for you? And I could see some of you starting to cut out relationships that were not in your best interest, okay. That's for some of you, but it was understandable that you went to this person because look, they look like they're a lot of fun, and I think this person needed that fun. The other meaning, like the actual meaning of this card, if I take away the imagery a little bit, the Nine of Cups is being emotionally balanced, emotionally good on your own. So some of you did this healing work, so sort of leave what I previously said to one side. That's one story. This is another story that I'm getting from this card. Some of you did some healing work, which ties into this up here, about going into the dark. Take a piece of my heart. I don't know why that keeps coming out. It's going into the dark, finding your inner light, your inner jewel. Okay, it's like you found your soul. I'm seeing that jewel as being your soul, okay, and it's beautiful. Look at it, absolutely beautiful. So you've gone and you found your soul, and you value yourself, and you have self-worth, you have self I can't say the word self today. I'm like self-confidence. If there was any dependency, that's you cutting that out, that's gone. this is the card about being good on your own, emotionally balanced, emotionally good on your own, emotionally abundant. And you can see she's sharing that with others again now. So it's like this King card, being able to find this happiness within yourself, and then you can share that happiness with others and lift other people up. I'm going to cry again. What is it with Capricorns? I don't think Capricorns are meant to be a particularly emotional sign. I think Capricorns are meant to be quite grounded and steadfast. So I don't know why this keeps happening with Capricorns at the moment. So yeah, oh, it's really nice actually. It's really, really nice. Or this is somebody else who is emotionally, it's like emotionally independent. You don't need anyone else to tell you that you're good enough. You've got that inner confidence now. Any feelings of what's it called, imposter syndrome, no, not having that anymore. So this is the journey that someone has been on. It could be you, it could be someone else. You could be anywhere along this timeline. You could be here, you could be here. Okay, take it as it resonates for you. Anything that's happened has happened. Anything that hasn't happened yet is coming in for you, or that's the path that the universe is trying to put you on. This is a long reading. Okay, so next we have the Queen of Wands. So you can see how confident she is. This again is Leo energy. There might be a Leo here. Look at her. She's got the reins. She's taken the reins. I'm hearing. She's taken the reins of her own life. She's found her inner confidence. She knows her worth. She's look, sunflower there representing loyalty, and also Leos again. The horses represent Sagittarius to me. It could be Sagittarius energy for some of you. Does not have to be. I just point out signs if I see them. It's just energy. It could be any fire sign actually. The Queen of Wands normally who represents, but doesn't have to be. Taking the reins of your own life, and she's also got this riding crop as well. So it's like standing up for yourself, not. What am I seeing? Like kind of like an authoritarianness, like the ability to stand up for yourself, the ability to drive yourself forward, drive your own life. The Queen of Wands is passionate, she's creative, she's sexual, she's alluring, she's fun to be around, she's expressive, very, very attractive energy. I think actually you have had quite a few Queens of Wands knocking around in your readings. It's actually the card sat with the main female. So this could be you if you're the main female, being self-confident, being expressive, being taking control of your own life. Okay, or this is someone that you're connecting with. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So this, you can see the journey, you can see the progression here already. So next we go to the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is someone who needs to, it's kind of an immature energy. So this could be you, it could be someone that you're connecting with who's younger than you, could be a child. But the actual energy, the meaning of the Page of Swords is needing to gather more information, perhaps doing a little bit of spying, thinking things through logically, coming up with a plan, cutting things out, bringing, it can be news coming in, news coming forward that makes you happy, something being communicated. It's normally a person doing this. They are the students, the pages are the students, so you could be learning more about a situation or going back to education. But I feel like it's like I always see, I don't know why I see it like this because it doesn't make a huge amount of sense, but with this hot air balloon, it's like she's ready to go on this journey. She's ready to take this journey. She's just gathering some more information before she goes. And when she's ready, she's going to cut the strings and she's going to be able to fly away. She's going to be able to continue her journey. But at the moment, she's grounded. She's coming up with a solid, grounded plan. Okay. And then you have the Sun card. Look at how happy they are. So this is like, you've got your Two of Cups. They've also got the sunflowers. So if you're questioning about, if you are looking at a relationship and you're questioning, does this person have good intentions? Yes. You've got the sunflowers there. That's loyalty, like happiness and loyalty. And you've also got a dog there as well. The dog is loyalty. This is kind of like the fool, the happy fool, and the dog's always been by his side. Did I just see an orb then? Did you see that? Okay. I don't know, that might have been my eyes, or it might have been actually something. I don't know. I'll have to rewatch later. They're happy. They're dancing in the cornfield. just the sun shining, like absolute happiness. Happy on your own, finding another person to share it with, and that's your journey. Capricorn, do I need to say any more? I'm going to stop here because I'm approaching the 40-minute mark, and I don't want any problems with my recording, so I'm going to stop and restart again, and not completely restart, continue with the reading, and I'm going to have more coffee. So back with you in a second. Okay, Cappy, let's keep going. You can probably hear an engine noise outside my window. That's a car's parked with its engine running right outside my window, right outside my door. So, but I kind of like the noise. So yeah, it's like a hum. We can work with that. So right, so we got your journey here. What do I want to clarify next? Can you tell me? Should we find out more about the main female? Ace of Cups, yeah. This is definitely some kind of relationship coming in for you, some kind of new relationship or newness, discovering newness within a relationship. So the main female could be offering the Ace of Cups, or the Ace of Cups could be being offered to the female, or vice versa, because it's the Two of Cups, right? So it's two people offering the cup to one another. But the Ace of Cups is some kind of brand new relationship, brand new start in a relationship, and I feel like this is your route to happiness. The owl's there though, so I feel like somebody does, and it's next to the Page of Swords. Someone wants more information, someone's waiting for more information. I don't know if you just heard that bird sound as well. I don't know what kind of bird that is. So it's like a confirmation. Yeah, someone definitely wants more information here. There may need to be more communication between the two of you. I'm also seeing at the bottom of this card, you can kind of see it almost looks like antlers. It's probably a tree, but it reminds me of antlers. And the antlers represent the Emperor card for me. So there may be an Emperor involved here, a boss, someone who's career-minded, someone who has some kind of leadership role, but the Emperor is like a really nice energy. I didn't ask a question, but I'm going to show you what I just got. The Fool, Death, and the Eight of Wands. So if I were to take these, first of all, I'm noticing the cats. Cats may be significant. Cats represent normally to me someone who can be quite independent, somebody who isn't going to stick around if they're not treated well. If you treat a cat well, it will curl up with you, it'll purr, it will be soppy with you. If you don't treat a cat well, they'll go somewhere else, they'll find someone else. Okay, so that might be significant for some of you. The Fool, I did talk about the guy on this card being like the Fool card. This is the Fool on his journey to me. And what I get with this specific card is if someone was playing the Fool, and sort of wearing a mask, they don't want to play the Fool anymore. They want to be taken seriously. So with it having the Death card here, I feel like what has ended is playing the Fool. Someone's not playing the Fool anymore. And I'm drawn again to the Hyena card. Someone's not going to be taken for granted anymore. Okay. I'm noticing how the Death card is black and white, seeing a situation in black and white, knowing that it's time. We've got an egg timer here, and we've got a clock in the background, knowing it's time to end a situation where you've been treated as a fool. Now the Fool card as well is also about starting a new journey in life, taking a leap of faith, trusting the universe, and because it's with this universe card as well here, the journey card, trusting the universe, trusting your path, trusting your fate, trusting that there's more for you out there. Okay, so taking a leap of faith in something, not playing the Fool anymore, taking a leap of faith, cutting out anything that has made you feel foolish, communicating it. The Ace of Wands is communication, or it can be action. Okay, so actioning this or communicating it. I'm going to keep these cards out. That's probably not for everybody because I didn't actually ask for those cards. That's probably a side message for someone. Let's pop those there. Okay, yeah, no longer being played the Fool, and specifically with that mask card there as well. You've had in the underline as well the Queen of Cups. So again, it's another owl with the cups, with the main female. It could be someone who's very, very knowledgeable. Could be someone who's in Ravenclaw in Harry Potter. Don't know why that popped into my head, but it did. Yeah, definitely getting Harry Potter there with the owls for some reason. The Queen of Cups is someone who's very, very loving. It's this kind of energy. The Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands, it would be someone who is very emotionally expressive, very, very loving, very affectionate, nurturing, passionate. Really gorgeous energy if you're going into a loving relationship with this person. This could be you expressing this to someone else. And again, there's loyalty there. Okay, so can we get the heart space, please, for Capricorn? Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. What's going on in Capricorn's heart space, please? What's going on in Capricorn's heart space? Can you please give me a card for Capricorn's heart? Oh my... Yes, Capricorn, coming through for me there. You've got, what have you got? You've got so many cards, Cappy. This is going to be the longest reading. The Tower in the underneath as well. You did have the Tower card in last week's reading. So go back and have a look at that if you want some more information on that card. Oh my God. Right, okay. So it keeps giving me stories. You've got the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is this relationship coming in for you. Why is my hand sticky? I've got a sticky hand. Ew. Where did that come from? Yeah, Two of Cups, this equal relationship, equal partnership. Doesn't have to be love, can be friendship, it can be family members, but it is something new. So it's either a relationship that's been revived, so it feels like new, or it could be a new way of expressing your emotions within a relationship. Normally it is a brand new loving relationship, a brand new partnership coming in for you there, and it's balanced, it's fair, it's two equals coming together, and it's a happiness. It's a very, very positive relationship. It's like someone's rushing in here with the truth. You can see how he's rushing towards this Two of Cups. Someone rushing in to communicate the truth, or rushing in to cut something out. I'm seeing it more as news coming in though. We had that Eight of Wands card as well there, which is communication. Someone really, really wants to communicate something here. Yeah, rushing in, and I'm noticing again all these kind of gold colours, which is like the sun. But I feel like somebody's got their back turned to this, or they've had the back turned to this. The Five of Cups card is about some kind of disappointment, some kind of something that didn't work out in the past. But you can see the interesting thing that I like about this specific Five of Cup cards is that she's not looking at these spilt cups. So it's kind of like the same energy as this. I feel like both of you perhaps have felt a sense of disappointment from the past. Perhaps this is a relationship that you've given a chance and it didn't work out, and you're scared of getting your heart broken again. Very similar energies here, Four and Five of Cups. But with the Five of Cups, it's like this person has the back turned to any of the drama of the past. I always see this, it's a rock, but I see this as smoke, like the smoke in the drama of the past. They've turned their back to it now. They're not looking at these spilt cups. They're not looking at this treasure chest where there's been some kind of loss. This treasure chest is open. She's actually looking down and considering the Two of Cups. She's looking at it, she's interested, okay? She's looking at the Two of Cups. She's not thinking about the past anymore, and she's looking at this treasure chest as well in the water that's full and it's not open. So if there's been some kind of sense of loss in the past, it's like crying over spilt milk. She's not crying over spilt milk. She's glass half full. Okay, she's looking at this. She's looking at the potential. Okay, yeah, brilliant. That's in your heart space. So this is either you, I feel like this is either you wanting to communicate about this love, or this is you. Again, this could be the same energy. Just because it's a man on this card and a woman on this card doesn't have to be that way in the situation. You can flip it as it fits. But it's like moving from this feeling of, if I don't want this, I'm not interested, I don't want to be heartbroken again, I haven't got time for this right now, to this person's now looking. They're looking at the cups, they're considering it and wanting to communicate. Yeah, so there's progression. There's a lot of progression. Okay. Capricorn. So the thoughts, please, for Capricorn. What's going on in Capricorn's thoughts right now? Okay, so we've got a few cards. So, yeah, Capricorn, I feel like you're the one figuring out how to communicate, or you're wanting this communication to come in, because you've got the Knight of Swords in your heart space. This is what you feel like you want to do, and you are working out how to do it. How am I going to communicate this? How am I going to say how I feel? How am I going to express myself? How am I going to bring this news in? I'm noticing as well, but both the horses are moving backwards towards this Two of Cups. Okay, and I'm noticing as well the blueness of it. It's like this. It's almost like very. Is it calm energy? What am I getting from the blue? I'm not quite sure. I might come back to that. Yeah, you really want to do this. There's a card that's flipped, so where's it gone? Where is it? There. Temperance. Yeah, that's what the blue was. What's on the underlying? The Page of Cups. Okay, so what I'm getting from this and the Page of Cups, feeling a little bit unsure about yourself. I feel like there's this real strong desire to move towards this, a very strong desire to communicate and to get more information. You know, you really want to know what's happening here. But with the blue and with Temperance, it's kind of, I need to be patient. I need to take your time. I need to pace yourself. You can see how red and fiery this card is. She's literally, the cup is literally on fire. There's fire and water pouring out of this cup. So this is significant because we had the Queen of Wands, which is represented by the fire, and we had the Queen of Cups, which is represented by the water. Oh, I should mention as well, I talked about Sagittarius here with the horse. The Temperance card is the Sagittarius card. Okay, it's a very humanitarian card as well, because we're talking about someone being very humanitarian up here. And she's got two cups, guys. She's got two cups. She's got a gold cup and a silver cup. And this, right? Which way is that water flowing? So it's like she's got all the passion. She's got all the love. She's got so much to give. Her cup is overflowing. So I feel like the other cup, the other person in this situation perhaps has been feeling a little bit like their cup is empty. You know, they have empty cups, or they have spilt cups, but this relationship is very, very giving. You know, she has enough emotion to be able to give, to share it between the two cups. Okay, she can fill your cup, or you can fill someone else's cup. Take it as it resonates. If you're the person who has an abundance of love, you can give that now to the other person, or somebody can give that to you. Okay, but it's like fire and water. The fire, the heat, the passion is being cooled by the water, the ability to control your emotions. It looks really magical. Like it's a really magical energy. Yeah, so blue and red may be significant for you right now. Water and fire, very, very significant in your reading at the moment. Love and passion. Yeah, love and passion, but you've got a lot of swords here as well. So swords are about logical thinking. So I feel like you know, you're able to temper these emotions and these passions with the ability to think logically, to think clearly, to see clearly. You're not somebody who's overtaken by your emotions and your passions. You can. There's sort of a strategy to this. Especially, I think if you have been hurt in the past, you're not going to go rushing in. You need to. You're trying to gather this information. Well, Cappy, you know, you didn't disappoint me with your reading. So I'm going to get an energy oracle card for you. See what you get from the energy oracle. Can I get an energy oracle card, please, for Capricorn? Yes. Oh. Third and fourth chakras, Archangel Chamuel and Archangel Raphael. What did I say? The universe is here, guys. The universe is guiding you. And you've got a lot of stuff you've got a lot of stories, a lot of like consecutive cards here. And again, the deck's very, very well shuffled. I'll show you like 41, 22, 1, 12, 24. So the cards aren't next to each other. This is a well shuffled deck. So it's significant that you've got two consecutive cards here. These were meant to come out for you, okay? And it's telling me that you're making progress if you're on some kind of journey, a healing journey, I'm particularly seeing, you're making really good progress. So keep going. You're doing really well. Okay, and also like the angels, I feel like you've got this card here. It really does feel like destiny's here for you. Destiny's trying to guide you. They're getting you on the right path. You've got karma. Yeah, whether or not you believe in angels or spirits or divine help, whatever you believe in, just try to trust that what's happening is meant to happen for you. This is character building. It's getting you on the right path to have this absolute ultimate happiness. The energy here is like, it's like top tier energy. It's like you're on the path to being like, you know, ultimate soul growth, basically, is what I'm getting from this. I'm really loving doing Cappy readings at the moment. Like I say, Cappy and Leo readings. And you've got Leo energy here, so somebody could have Leo in the chart as well. Or perhaps there's a Leo and a Cappy connecting. Let's have a look at Archangel Chamuel first. Emotions of desire. What did I say? Loads of desire in this reading. Life force energy. Upright. The powerful Archangel Chamuel is holding a beautiful sphere of golden light at the solar plexus, which is the location of your third chakra and the center of your life force energy. The issues here revolve around emotions of desire and your personal energy. When the card appears upright, it indicates that an increased enthusiasm is present or soon to be on its way. This is a great time to move towards the completion of your desires. Your life force is vibrating with power and resonance, and your soul is calling you to direct your energy in a focused, purposeful manner. This angel of power is with you now, so go for it. Yeah, your life force is vibrating with power and resonance. Your soul is calling you to, I've got goosebumps. Your soul is calling you to direct your energy in a focused, purposeful manner. Whatever it is that you're going for, this is saying you've got that. It's like creation energy. It's like life force energy. Use that fire. That fire is good, okay? That fire, that passion, it's not anything to be ashamed of. Use it. It's there to drive you, okay? So 38. What does Archangel Raphael have to tell us? I know that Archangel Raphael's the angel most likely to appear in human form. So there may be someone around you who is who can really help you out at the moment. Doesn't mean they're a literal angel. It doesn't mean like it's like a quantum leap or something. But you know, metaphorically, it's someone who is acting like an angel in your life, or you could be acting like an angel in someone else's life. So love, compassion, and self-acceptance. Raphael extends a beautiful green energy surrounded by gentle waves of pink to your heart center. The card upright indicates that you now have a greater readiness to receive love from others as well as from yourself. Well done, Cappy. It could also indicate that a much needed healing from a previous broken heart is taking place. I told you so, some of you. Oh, guys. Well done. Yeah, it feels like you're doing really, really well. The energy feels like you're doing really well. You're on the right path. The tender vibrations of Raphael remind you to encourage yourself with the compassionate self-talk that you desire to hear from others. So what would you say to a friend if they were in your situation? Talk to yourself in that way. Know that as you do, the light from your heart center will shine with an irresistible beauty, and the universe will send people and situations that cause your sense of love and support to grow and grow. Cappy! It's so lovely. So it's like fire and water for you at the moment. Love and passion, emotions and passions, just that's your driving force at the moment. It's like being able to find this within yourself gives you the ability to extend it to others, and it's beautiful. If you were hurt in the past, I really feel like this is it. I'm sorry. Some of you are going to be like, F off to me right now, because I know that this is probably really, really painful for you. But it's like you had a lesson to learn here. You had to go through the pain to learn the lesson. So if you look at yourself, I think it depends where you are on this journey, but at some point along this journey, you're going to be able to see that this happened for your own good. You're going to be able to see the difference in yourself and all the lessons that you've learned, and how that has, I feel like it's improved your soul, okay? Somebody's soul is growing here, and it was triggered. You had that tower there as well. It was triggered by whatever this hurt was. I'm sorry that you had to go through that. I'm sure you wish you'd you'd never have had to go through it. But it's about finding the light in a situation. It's about going into the darkness and finding the light, learning to survive. Okay? Again, this isn't for everybody. This is just for some of you, but it's a beautiful reading. It's such a beautiful reading. Oh, Cappy, do you know what? I've really got your back, guys. Really rooting for you at the moment. I don't want to end the reading, quite frankly. So some of you may have heard me talking about the penguin card, seeing a penguin card. I took it as a sign that I needed to buy the deck. I saw a card that I didn't have, and I knew it was from, I recognised it, I'd seen it in other people's readings, but I didn't know which deck it was from, and I didn't know the meaning of the card, and it was the penguin card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. So I went out and bought it. I'm still making friends with it, so I don't know what I'm going to get from it. I don't know how helpful it's going to be, but we're gonna give it a go. What do you want to give us for Cappy, please? Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Right, okay, here we go. Can I get a card, please, for Cappy? I saw No Place Like Home. No place like home, no place like home. Click your heels together 3 times. They spark a little, but nothing happens. Ooh. 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 Okay, I might not read the description of all of these, but let's have a look at them. Between worlds, yeah. Again, like, look at that. Between two worlds, coming out of the darkness into the light, and look at it, it's like the darkness and the dreariness, and then this beautiful colour, like so much colour, it's like saturation. And I feel like you're in this transition period now. You're absolutely on the right path. The flamingo's got a little crown on. Flamingos as well, pink flamingos, it always makes me think of The Sims, because it's like an iconic object from The Sims. Milk and honey, so immediately I'm noticing the rainbow and the kind of I'm hearing spirit in the sky. If someone has passed on, perhaps they are supporting you from the other side. Again, I don't want to upset anyone by saying that. I'm just saying what the cards give me. Okay, take it if you want to take it, leave it if you don't. Milk and honey, oh my goodness. Oh, milk and honey, look at how happy that elephant is, just splashing away in there. Oh, I can almost I can literally almost taste the honey. Something very sweet. Enjoying yourself. I'm seeing just enjoying yourself and like allowing yourself to experience pleasure. Also all these orbs as well with the rainbow. Yeah, like the universe has got your back, guys. Oh, what's this? Loyal heart. And didn't I say that somebody was really loyal with the sunflowers? Yeah, there's a relationship here. Somebody's very, very loyal within it. I'm also noticing these 2 keys. Perhaps that's significant for someone. They're both wearing crowns. Perhaps because you have the king there, and then I noticed the crown on the flamingo. So perhaps 2 of you are like well known or well respected. They kind of make it, and owls as well, again, knowledge. So somebody could be particularly knowledgeable, knowledgeful. I tried to say both words at the same time then. Loyal heart and knowledge. They've got their backs to each other, but they're turning to look at each other. Okay, interesting. And then what's this one going to be? Poised. Poised and ready to take a leap of faith, I think. And I'm also noticing both these cards have bunting. Yeah, perhaps someone's on a pedestal. Perhaps someone's put someone on a pedestal. I feel like someone is kind of in the spotlight. You've got like these stars here, and I was kind of getting that from that other card as well with the crowns. Wings, finding your wings, learning how to fly. Poised and ready to take a leap. Perhaps leveling up. Is she leaping onto the top of this column? It's a column, I've seen it as like a pedestal. Taking a leap into the spotlight, taking a leap into wishes coming true, reward and recognition. Okay, cool. Cap, that was an awesome reading. I'm going to go now because we've got the beep beeps, we've got the truck. You know, I'm recording this reading so much later than I normally would, and it's just typical that we get the beep beeps, the massive truck. Every time, every Capricorn reading, we get the big truck, we get the beep beeps. It wouldn't be a Cappy reading if we didn't get the truck reversing. Back it up, back it up. Okay, reverse, reverse. Take care, Capricorns. Bye bye. Unbelievable. I was just listening to Red Hot Chili Peppers there. I was tidying up, tidying my cards away. You can see that they're all in a big mess right now. Look what was on the underlying. It's the card I was talking about. It's the penguins. And oh my god, he's got a key. He's got a key. He's got the key. Oh, this penguin has the key to this penguin's heart. And he's wearing a cape. It's so cute. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Oh, and oh look, we've got the person in the clouds again supporting this. Cappy. Love you guys. Take care. Bye bye.